and welcome to my first ever YouTube video and my first ever Vlogmas. Hi, my name is Emily Person and I am a third-year teacher in Dallas, Texas, and I teach second grade boys. Yes, you heard that correctly. I teach all boys all day long and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, as I stated before, this is my first ever YouTube video because I thought of every excuse in the book to not start a YouTube channel. I am a mega perfectionist and I just could never seem to get myself started. So I thought that Vlogmas would be the perfect time to start. So here I am, welcome. My students are currently at specials. They're in art and I'm currently on my planning period. So what you're gonna see in a little bit is me just working on some lesson plans for next week. We have something called a performance task next week. And yeah, so I'm super stoked. This is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna talk about all the things. We're gonna do some Christmas shopping. We're gonna do the 12 days of Christmas at school. And we're gonna run a campus spelling bee tomorrow. So I figured that Vlogmas would be a lot of fun because a lot of things are gonna happen this month. And my thought process was, if I can post for 25 days, then I can get really good at YouTube in a short amount of time and I can just kind of like learn on the go. So that's what we're gonna do. So far this morning, our schedule kind of looks like this every single day. Students arrive at 7:50 and we eat breakfast in the classroom. While they eat breakfast, they answer a morning meeting question that they write in their journals. Today's was, would you rather read by a fireplace or inside of an igloo? And that question always correlates to what we talk about for morning meeting. We'll do morning meeting, which encompasses a lot of different things, and then some fluency practice. And then we go ahead and we jump straight on into reading for a 12-minute mini lesson. And then we do small groups. So something that you'll see on this channel is that I'm super passionate about personalized learning and focusing most of my time in small group instead of in whole group lessons. So you'll see a lot of that. And yeah, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our planning. Okay, so what you just saw was me working on plans for next week. I went ahead and opened up our district curriculum that we are doing inferences next week, which I'm really excited about, and it's with a story that they've read before. I looped with my current class from last year, so I know that we've read the story for next week. It's Rabbit's Snow Dance, which is a really fun read. And then it looks like we're covering the vowel sounds O-I and O-Y. So super stoked about that. It is about time to go pick them up. In about 5 minutes, I have to go pick up the kids, but I want to make sure I checked in. And what else is next week? Hold on one second. Oh, what I was gonna say is my school, I think I was gonna like this, but my school requires that we turn in our lesson plans at close of business on Wednesdays. And I like that for a couple of reasons. One, I don't ever have to stress on the weekends about getting my plans done because it's required of me to turn them in and we get feedback and that's helpful. And then two, it kind of like allows me to front load at the beginning of the week and get my things done so that way I have more time for other things at the end, because like tomorrow is our campus spelling bee and I'm running it, which is really exciting, but it's also like terrifying. But because we have to get our plans in, you know, the end of the day on Wednesday, it allows time for me to be able to have things to do or to get things done at the end of the week. So there is that. I'm excited to go pick up my students. The rest of our day, what it'll look like is they'll come back, we'll have quiet time, which is my favorite time of the day. I'm not gonna lie, they have to be quiet for 7 minutes after specials and after recess. Then we'll take a restroom break. We'll come back and do 2 rotations of centers. and then we'll have a snack and do our intro to math, and then we'll go to lunch, and then we'll check in during lunch. But anyway, yeah, I'm interested to know, what are you teaching this week? What are your holiday activities that you're doing, if any? And I will see you guys during lunch. Hello, it is now 12:30 and it is lunchtime. I decided I was gonna go to school lunch today. It's taco salad and some fruit, and then I have a Waterloo, the peach kind. I was impressed with how good this was. Yeah, so today's been a weird day. So at the beginning of the week, they were like super on point with all the expectations, and today they've just kind of been a little all over the place, and certain kids don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing and not meeting expectations. So I think that's the best part about teaching in general, is that like no 2 days are ever the same. But sometimes I wish they would be the same. I just want their behavior to be great the entire time. Anyway, so what we've done so far this morning is, in one of my small groups, we practiced our handwriting. That's what these sentence strips are for. And I'll cover up his name, but they practiced, this is the best one. They practiced writing a sentence with the long U spelling. So we had fruit and juice and pool, but I wanted them to practice, and then here was the example that I gave. So I wanted them to practice like writing, in a nice straight line, and like practice their handwriting. It's handwriting is really hard to teach, especially since these guys, the pandemic happened during their kinder year. So they missed like how to, write in a complete sentence and how to form their letters properly. So we're having to do some of that now and like catch up in our small group time. So then that was with one group. With another group, I see all of my groups every single day. So I see 4 small groups every single day for reading and 4 small groups every single day for math. With the exception of Tuesdays, I only see 2 groups on Tuesday because we have a silly schedule on Tuesdays. So for another one of my groups, we read the story, The Cod's Tale, all about the history of the codfish. And they really enjoyed this book, believe it or not. I was super excited. I have a boy who loves fish, so this was like the perfect story for him. And what they did was they created timelines, or they were supposed to be creating timelines. Let's see if I have a better example. I had a really good one in here. Oh yeah, this one. So they made timelines of the significant events in codfish history. So that was one. And then the last thing that a group did was they read the story, or they read the book, A Bright Idea. And this one's all about different inventions. And so we've done 2 things so far this week to kind of extend their reading. And one of those was that I gave them each index cards, and they had to pick 2 things. So I think there was an ice cream maker, trampoline, traffic light, and earmuffs were the inventions of the story. And so I picked traffic light and ice cream maker, and what they had to do is they had to pull facts from the book and write them on the back. So it was a really fun skill that they got to practice to pick out facts and take notes. And then the other thing that they did was they created their own invention. So this one is a solar paneled iPad and computer, which I thought was really unique. So, and I'm saying all this because I think that there can be so much more that's done at your small group table besides just guided reading and guided math. And we do guided reading. We read a story, and the first day we'll always just read and do comprehension questions. And then throughout the week, I'll add in extension activities like our handwriting or creating your own inventions to go along with the story to help make it personal and just make teacher time a little bit more fun. So anyway, there is that. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch, and then we have after lunch is recess for 30 minutes, and then after recess we have quiet time for 7 minutes. Then we go to the restroom, and then we come back, and from 2 to 3 o'clock I pull math group. And since I will probably not check in again until after school, I'll tell you what we're working on for math. We are working on time in our small groups. So we'll just play these time games together, and they're a lot of fun. It's just they pull a card and they read the time, and then they will advance to that time on the game board. So like the blue cards go with this game. So they would read the time. So it's this one, 2:30. And then if they read it correctly, they'd find 2:30 closest on the board and then move there. So we're gonna play these. There's 4 different games in here. And then we'll have all our other math centers. I don't wanna like load this video with everything that we do, but eventually I'll show you like what our centers look like, how I format centers, but today we'll just be focused on teacher table. And I realized that my lunch was just sitting there the entire time. It's all right, we're gonna get good at this, I promise. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do for math. And then after that is a quick science lesson, and then we'll do class jobs and do our closing circle, and then it'll be time to go home. So there's all that. I will probably see y'all after school. And then I have to post this, and I'm like really nervous to post it, I'm not gonna lie. So there's that, and I'll check in after school. Bye.
Okay, so it's a considerable amount of time later. I mean, to you it's not gonna feel like that, but for me it feels like that. I went to Target after school. I stayed way later than I wanted to at school today, but we ended the day on a really good note. How did we end? Oh, we voted on Teacher of the Year this year. my name made it onto the ballot, which I was really excited about. And now the last thing that I'm going to do is prep our elfing gifts. So instead of Secret Santa, we are doing elfing. We did it last year, we're gonna do it again this year. And how it works is people will start elfing, and then once you've been elfed, you have 48 hours to elf 2 other teachers. And it's just a really fun way to, you know, spread holiday cheer, but have to like have the pressure of a Secret Santa necessarily. So I'm gonna prep those, and then I'm going to need to figure out how to edit this and get it posted. But anyway, super excited. I'm gonna show you getting these bags prepped and ready to go, and then I'll sign off. All right, elfing gifts are prepped and ready to go. It is a coffee cup, 2 pairs of fuzzy socks, and then a $15 gift card to Target. Posted. I'm like really nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like super beyond nervous to post it, but that's okay. And then tomorrow, just to prep y'all, I will show me elfing these things. It is the start of the 12 days of Christmas, so tomorrow is crazy holiday sock day. Super stoked. And I think I said the spelling bee. Did I say the spelling bee already? If not, the spelling bee. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as a little tradition that I want to start on this YouTube channel, I would love to know, what are you saying yay about today? What I'm personally saying yay about today is that I finally did this, and I'm finally just taking that leap of faith and creating this YouTube channel because I've just been so scared to do it. So what are you saying yay about today? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much. Bye.